What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today we have the red reveal for Set 5, Miraculous Revival, and this color is catered to the original Dragon Ball series, so all of you hardcore fans of the original series will get a lot of cards that you can enjoy in this set, including cards like Yamcha and the goofy-ass Oolong leader. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Up first, whether for the memes or for the fact that they actually like him as a character, we have our first leader is Yamcha. His auto is a burst 2 auto, meaning you place the top 2 cards of your deck in the drop area to activate the skill, which allows him to draw a card, and he gets to untap 2 energy when you get to 4 or less life when he awakens. Awakened, we have Yamcha, the Hungry Wolf, with that Wolf Fang Fist. His auto is a Sparking 5 auto, which says when this card attacks, draw 1 card, and this card gains critical for the duration of the turn. And then his activate main says, once per turn, choose 1 red battle card in your battle area. The chosen battle card can attack battle cards in active mode for the duration of the turn. So that's pretty cool, and it doesn't cost you anything, so it allows you to get rid of some of those pesky barrier cards, or some of those cards that your opponent is just kind of sitting there stalling out with that they want to eventually evolve something else into, or even better yet, blockers, because free blockers have definitely become a thing in the recent formats, and if you can play free blockers, you're probably playing them in the main deck. If you can't find room, they're definitely in your side deck, and unless you happen to be playing like Disgusting Storm, but even then, you're still probably playing the Gene blockers to go along with the Bardox as well. Then we have our red Wish leader, and it is Pilaf. I bet nobody saw that one coming, especially since we know that the other side was going to be Oolong. I expect there's going to be a trend for the Wish leaders. It's going to be whoever makes the wish on one side, and then the result of that wish is going to be on the Awakened side, or the Wish side, however you want to word it. Once per turn, when one of your battle cards attacks, it gets 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, and then you choose 1 Dragon Ball from your deck or life and add it to your hand. And then when there are 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area, you choose a desired card from your drop area, add it to your hand, and you flip this card over. Where we get Oolong, always wanting more. His activate main says once per turn, choose 1 effect. You can draw 1 card. You can choose 1 red or black desired card in your hand with an energy cost less than or equal to your current energy and activate its activate main skill. Or you can remove 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area from the game, and if you do, draw 3 cards, choose 1 of your battle cards, against 15,000 power for the duration of the turn, and then you flip him back over to the Pilaf side at the end of the turn. Getting to draw 3 cards is pretty nice, and the 15,000 bonus is pretty nice as well, especially if you have a card that can hit pretty hard, whether it be double or even triple strike. So the extra 15,000 plus the 3 cards you could draw to combo with could be a ridiculously huge ability, but as of right now, would I play Oolong over, say, Shenron? I mean, Oolong can attack. That's a plus that he has. It would literally come down to how many cards in the deck actually required a red leader, but nonetheless, I definitely think that's a really cool skill for him to be able to get you all that extra draw. A lot of the Dragon Ball support for Set 5 seems to be very draw heavy, at least as far as red is concerned, and so you could end up with huge card advantage of your opponent. Then we have Oblivious Rampage Son Goku. He's a 3-cost 15,000 with evolve for 2 red on a red Son Goku with an energy cost of 1. So since it doesn't specify it being Son Goku childhood or anything of that nature as the requirements to evolve, I'm wondering if you could possibly evolve this Goku onto like one of the 1-drop red Goku GTs. There's nothing specifying that he can't, since it just says Son Goku, so that might be one of those things we'll have to wait and see. I don't even know if anybody plays the 1-drop red Goku, maybe some people that are playing Triple Flash, and this might not even be a Goku worth their time. But he's got critical, and once per turn, for burst 3, you can choose 1 of your red battle cards and KO it and switch him back to active mode. So that's kind of cool if you had a battle card that you didn't care to KO, or that got an ability from being KO'd, which there are a few in the deck, then you could use this Goku to hit your opponent for basically 2 crit attacks, and then get the added effects on top of it. Then we have Son Goku. He's just a one-cost 10,000 vanilla. That he would be one of the targets you would use for that new Great Ape Goku. I think they're also trying to push onto us using Dimension Support Trunks a little more with all these vanilla cards. Because you could basically play this Trunks for 1 energy. You could pull out the Goku. You could then evolve for 2 into the Ape Goku, and I feel like they want you to use that Dimension Support Trunks, or at least they're giving you more cards to use with him, which also gives them critical as well. It's just, I don't know, it seems like they're really intent on giving us a lot more vanilla cards than we actually need. Up next, we have Feisty Chi-Chi. She's a 1-cost, 1,000 power with Barrier. When you combo with this card from the battle area, choose up to 1 red Son Goku with an energy cost of 1 from your deck and play it, and then shuffle your deck. If you played a card using this skill, draw 1 card. So this is another way that you can get out that Goku, whether it be the previous 1-drop Goku or even the GT Goku. Again, this one doesn't specify, so unless there's going to be like an errata where it has to be a Son Goku childhood, you could do a lot of things with this card. Up next, we have Grandpa Gohan. He's a 3-cost, 30,000 power. Not that big of a deal on his own, unless you wanted to use him with, say, the Oolong leader to give him that extra 15,000 and to push for game when your opponent is at 1 life. Or you could use it with Grandpa Gohan to the rescue. He's a 3-cost, 19,000 power, so another one of those oddball numbers. His activate main says, choose this card along with a Bandages card and a Spike card from your drop area. Place them at the bottom of the owner's deck. Choose up to 1 Grandpa Gohan from your deck or drop area and play it. And then choose that card and it gains plus 5,000 power and double strike for the duration of the turn. So then he's going to be a 35,000 double strike attacker, which could be a big difference. And I'm happy to see stuff like this, and I'd like to see more cards like this that take advantage of the vanilla cards and actually give them effects that make them worthwhile. I'm hoping we can get something like this for the Great Saiyaman that has been revealed to be in blue. Up next, we have Sideline Assist Bulma. It's our new super combo for red. Generic, when you combo, if your leader card is red and your life is 4 or less, draw 1 card. However, this card should infinitely replace Vados in any deck that does not run Gowasu to search for a god, just because she has a 0 combo cost and has the 10,000 already on her. So, just like the Trunks that was revealed last week with the black cards, you can use her to get the extra 10,000 any time. You just wouldn't get the draw if you had more than 4 life. But this card would be infinitely better than using Vados. Again, unless you're using a searcher like Gowasu that could actually pull her from a search. But there's no reason to run her other than that. Bulma is infinitely better, and you could also search this Bulma via the yellow Goku leader from set 3 as well. Skipping from 8 to 10, we have Yamcha. He's a 2-cost vanilla 20,000. I'm going to guess that number 9 is going to be a super rare Yamcha, which will make a lot of fans pretty happy. And since this one is a 2-cost, he can actually be targeted by Dimension Support Trunks. So that's another plus to having this card, and possibly if the super rare Yamcha is also an evolve card. Up next, we have Deadly Defender Krillin. He's a 3-cost, 20,000 power with Barrier. And during your opponent's turn, if your leader card is red and this card is in rest mode, your opponent's cards can't attack leader cards, and this card gains minus 5,000 power. So he's like the Xeno Goku that we revealed last week with the black cards. He's another attempt to give another color a card like the Vegito, although not as good as the Vegito because he's going to be a bit weaker on your opponent's turn and therefore can't take hits. Now, if you weren't sold on Bulma over Vados, we have Master Roshi, the martial expert. He's another super combo. And instead of relying on your life count, he has Sparking 5, so if you have 5 or more cards in your drop area, when you combo with him, if your leader card is red, you get to draw a card. He also has the free 10,000 boost as well, so Vados, there is no reason to play her whatsoever without Gowasu, and really, unless you're playing that Goku, there's no reason to play Bulma over this beautiful Master Roshi. Up next, we have Poir, Best Pal. He's a 2-cost, 6,000 power, and when you combo with this card from the battle area, you may add 1 card from your life to your hand. If you do so, choose up to 1 red Yamcha with an energy cost of 2 from your deck and play it. So that's another way you can get out that vanilla 2-drop. Now, doing it that way, he won't get the crit like he would from Dimension Trunks. However, again, if that super rare Yamcha happens to be an evolve card, then this will be an easier way to hopefully get out that Yamcha to evolve into. Up next, we have Scheming Oolong. He's a 2-cost, 15,000 power. And when you play this card, if your leader card is a Shenron and Oolong's Wish is in your drop area, you get to draw 2 cards. So that's pretty cool. He allows you to get a +2 off of his auto, and the Wish card already gives you extra draw power as well. And him being a 2-drop 15,000 is actually really good, and you can get a +2 off of him and still get a good attack in. Up next, we have Combiner Mecha Pilaf Machine. It's a 4-cost 20,000, and when this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 each of Pilaf, Leader of the Crew, Shu, Trusted Lackey, and My Trusted Lackey from your drop area and play them. So it's kind of like a weird Gate Guardian kind of thing going on here. The best way to utilize its KO effect, obviously aside from your opponent doing it, would be to use it with the 3-drop Great Ape Goku that we showed you at the beginning of the video. So you get an attack with this card, you get the attack with the Goku, you get to KO this, get all 3 of the pieces out, and then you get the other attack with the Goku. The first card is Pilaf, Leader of the Crew. He's a 1-cost, 5,000 power, and he's a bit of a breed. Activate main says, choose this card and 1 each of Shu and Mai from your battle area and place them in your drop area. Choose up to 1 combined Mecha Pilaf Machine from your deck or drop area and play it, and then shuffle your deck if you look through it. And his other activate main says, once per turn, choose a Dragon Ball card from your deck, place it in your drop area, shuffle your deck, choose a Shu or a Mai in your battle area, and they get plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So it's cool how you can send them all to the drop to get the bigger mech, and then when the bigger mech dies, then you get all 3 of them out, and you can keep doing it over and over again as long as you do it during your activate main. It's kind of a cool little loop combo, but it does require a bit of setup because you do have to get all 3 of the mechas out on the board to be able to get the bigger one, and then if your opponent doesn't KO it, then it's going to rely on your own abilities to KO it, such as the Great Ape Goku. Then we have Shu, Trusted Lackey. He's a 1-cost 5,000. His activate main says, once per turn for 1 energy, choose up to 1 Mai from your deck, play it, and then shuffle your deck. And then Mai, Trusted Lackey, is a 1-cost 5,000 power that says, when you play this card, choose up to 1 Dragon Ball from your deck and add it to your hand. So either way, it's going to cost you 3 energy to be able to play Mai, Shu, and Pilaf to start the mecha combo, but once you get it going, you are guaranteed to at least have a battle card on the board, as long as you can keep the 3 little guys in active mode alive. Then we have Bandages to the rescue. He's a 1-cost 4,000 with blocker, and when this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 spike card from your drop area and play it in rest mode. Who is a 2-cost 6,000 power that says, when this card attacks, it gains plus 9,000 power for the duration of the turn, so it becomes a 15,000. And when this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 Son Gohan from your drop area and play it in rest mode. So the Bandages combos to get the spike combos to get the Gohan, then the Gohan combos with them in the drop area to get out the vanilla Gohan to swing for 35,000 double strike before combos. It's actually a nice, neat little combo that you can play with these cards, and I'm actually kind of glad they did some stuff like this with some of the less than popular characters that aren't, Goku, Yamcha, and Krillin. It's cool to see combos like this with some of the other characters from the series. Then we have Baba, Champion's Leader. She's a 1-cost 1,000 power, and when you play this card, choose up to 1 Bandages, Spike, or Son Gohan from your deck and place it in your drop area, and then shuffle your deck and choose a Bandages card from your drop area and play it. So she kind of allows you to recycle that chain from Bandages to Spike to Gohan to Big Gohan, which is kind of cool. She's only 1 cost, so it shouldn't be that hard to be able to continue that combo, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. skipping from 21, we go straight to 23 with After Image Technique. It's a 1-cost counter card. If your leader card is red, choose up to one of your cards, and it gains 40,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, it gets minus 10,000 for the duration of the turn. That in itself is crazy, 40,000. So if you use that with the Krillin, that is like the Vegito that is played in the blue decks, then he's a 55,000 that says, hey, you can only attack me, you can't come at my leader. That's disgusting. Like, that's so ridiculously good. It's insane. And his permanent says, if you have 5 cards in your drop area, you can activate this card by adding a card from your life to your hand instead of paying the energy cost. So it has the similar effect to Sacrifice for Namekians and to Instant Transmission for Goku's lineage. Next we have Oolong's Wish. It's a 1-cost extra card that gains Desire in all areas, and if your leader card is Shenron, draw 1 card, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards that loses 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. The 5,000 is not really a big deal unless you can KO a 1-drop with it, or you can use it to run over a battle card your opponent controls a little bit easier. The draw one is it's not really that big of a deal. I feel like for a wish card it should have been a bit better, but then again it is for Oolong's Wish, which was not the best wish made in the series, so I guess it makes sense. But when you combine that with the 2-drop Oolong that we get in the set, you get to draw 3 cards, so that's not bad at all. Lastly, we have a King's Return to Youth. It's a 1-cost extra card that also gains Desire in all areas. And if your leader is a Shenron card, you get to choose up to 1 King Piccolo Terror Unleashed and another King's Return to Youth from your deck and add them to your hand. Now, we don't have King Piccolo Terror Unleashed. It's not one of the 2 King Piccolo cards we have, so it has to be one of the super rare cards they have yet to reveal for red, which is pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing what it does. It might give us like some options to run like a red-green King Piccolo Namekian Shenron something. I don't know. It'll be cool to see what we can do with it, but we'll have to wait until they reveal the super rares for red, and that is going to be at least a month away. So it'll give us plenty of time to speculate, and in the meantime we can try and come up with ideas for a red-green deck that can utilize both the current green King Piccolo and Namekian cards and the red Shenron Desire cards. But that's going to wrap things up for the red card showcase. A lot of cool combos, a lot of cool cards we have in this set, and a lot of cards I'm actually looking forward to using myself. So I'm going to try and figure out some cool ways that we can combine some of this stuff with some of the other red support that we already have and see what we can run without having to do a Shenron leader, but instead being able to use it with other red leaders and other red strategies as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you're hyped for Set 5, if you like any of this red stuff that we revealed for Dragon Ball specifically, make sure you hit the like button down below for us. You know, we appreciate the support, and we appreciate all of our subscribers as well. You guys have been killing it with the support and just the comments and all the views, and it's just been really awesome having all these conversations with you guys. I personally am looking forward to that Master Roshi the most, just because to be able to have a super combo like that and then have it as a character like Master Roshi is just pretty dope. But we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here now, and we will see you guys in the next video.